Ready? Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this
What's the
week's
name of our show this week?
episode. World Kindness Day.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
it is. It's World Kindness Day
It
today.
is.
So, what are you going to do today? I can't wait. I'm just going to go through McDonald's just because I want to buy somebody's in behind me. So, anyways, no, I'm just teasing.
$87? Wow.
I know.
We just got two Happy Meals. My goodness.
Yeah, yeah. How did that work?
Yep.
Kind of thing. But no, it's World Kindness Day. And boy, oh boy, boy. Now, before we just had the cards, it was just a matter of you had to get ahead of time so that they got it on World Kindness Day or got it
Right.
close to World Kindness Day. Now,
Now we
guess what?
can right on the
Boy,
day.
you can just like
Yep.
me, you can be sending acts all day long on World Kindness Day. And Sean and I were talking earlier. I love the idea, Sean, that you're gonna actually even say, pass it on, pay it forward, click here, pay it forward. It's World Kindness Day. That's good. Brilliant. Brilliant, buddy. Brilliant. Yeah.
I'm
So,
sure we
anyway,
got that idea from someone else. So,
I know, probably. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We're all
no.
one big happy family. We share everything. Well, almost everything.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, what is it we're selling these days, Sean? Are we selling the axe? We
It's
selling cards?
not cards and gifts. It's not card packs. It's not memberships. Not the axe. It is. Our product is, and it, you're hearing it more and more from Cody and the training and it's gratitude, it's kindness, it's appreciation. And, it's what the world wants. It's what the world needs.
Hmm.
It's not cards and gifts. Yes, we do it through cards and gifts. That's the vehicle, cards and gifts, the acts. That's what we do it through. But it really is, it's not send out cards anymore.
Hmm.
It is gratitude. It is the gratitude movement. Um, People lean in when I do cards and gifts. They'll, oh, okay, I don't do cards. Somebody might think that. And so, boom. Or if you go, I help people share gratitude.
Hmm.
I'm with the gratitude movement. People lean into that.
Hmm.
And I was telling Joy a quick story, our education moment this past week. Uh, Remington got up there and he's like, so we're fostering a baby, like a baby, and it's feeding time, and he goes, I'm usually the early one because I'm up at 4:30 or 5 o'clock, and I need that extra half hour of sleep. And then one day last week I got the elbow in the ribs, like I'm not, my wife's not getting up, so I had to get up begrudgingly. I need it. This is my half hour, and he's
Yeah.
but enjoys the moment with his son, feeds him, and he goes at noon. I got a text from my wife that said, I'm so grateful that you got up. I appreciate you. I just couldn't do it this morning. Thank you so much. You know, so then I'm like, and joking, Sean went, well, you bank some, brownie points. So when you screw up, but it was that little thing that
Yeah.
he thought nothing of.
Yeah.
He actually went the why do I have to get, he went that route. But that little moment that he did changed her entire day.
Hmm. Hmm.
And then it changed his day when he got the text that said,
Hmm.
thank you, I love you, I appreciate you, I'm
Right.
grateful for you.
Right. Right.
That's what we do.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is what we do.
Yeah. And
And
you're
yes,
so right.
it's through cards and gifts or acts, but it is the gratitude, it is the heart, it is the kindness. So,
Yeah. And as I was sharing with Sean earlier too, this past weekend on Friday, I had the opportunity and honor to facilitate a group of women in a retreat, and it was all about gratitude. It was all built around gratitude and appreciation, and I did a segment like Cody does with the cards. I had gotten some cards ahead of time and had the envelopes there, and we had just talked about you know the 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 reason for gratitude, and the scientific effects of gratitude and all that kind of stuff, all this kind of, you know, talking kind of stuff, we went through. And then we went through, a segment on different ways to show gratitude. And then that's when we jumped into the cards. So I told him, gave him 10 minutes to go ahead and write a card to somebody, told him I'd mail it for him, just bring it back up here. Now, out of the women there, I really didn't think I would get a lot to mail. I had a ton of mail to mail. I
crap, I
mean,
don't have enough stamps.
almost everybody sent, gave it to me in the mail. But anyways, the point is, they all went out. And I messaged everybody last night and I said, hey, let me know. Your cards went out on Monday. They should be receiving them any day, and da da da. Just kind of, I'd love to hear the stories.
Hmm.
And I had one person messaging me back. She says, she says, a friend of mine just out of the clear blue texted me and said, I love you. And she goes, it's kind of like, where did that come from? And then I realized that was the person I sent the card to and the
Yep.
message, and then she said, then another lady answered, she had sent one to her husband, and just that, she said, I'm not nice to him sometimes, I mean, they were very open and honest, and she messaged
All
back,
right, Karen.
I know how touched her husband was, that he got that card and the words inside. So, I mean, that's what we do.
Yeah.
That's what we sell. We sell that kind of thing, and I just imagine if even these women, they were at this group, if every one of them every day sent one card, or if everybody
The ripple effect of
in our
that.
BNI chapters, I mean, you got 100 people in your BNI chapter, but imagine if every day or every other day even, somebody sent a card out, just for no reason like that.
Yeah, and I think once the you've been with us a while, this is a little bit of a change. I mean, we've always talked about, the gratitude and the kindness and appreciation in cards, and you send out to give, not get. But when you truly get in that mode, it it's going to change your business because you're going to have that energy when you talk to somebody.
Mhm.
I'm not trying to sell you cards and gifts. I'm selling you gratitude that if you do this with your clients, with your friends, with your family, it's going to impact your life. And
Mhm.
Jordan's doing some great videos on that. You want more money, be grateful for it. You want better relationships, be grateful for it. You
Mhm.
want you want more fun in your life, be grateful for what you have already.
Mhm.
And when you truly are, it's just that energy that kind of like we talked last week with it's science. You get
Mhm.
what you give.
Yeah.
Whether you're saying it, whether you're typing it, whether you're feeling it, you get what you give.
Yeah.
So,
So interesting what you just said there too, is that be grateful for what you already have.
yeah,
Be grateful for what you have and you'll have more.
absolutely.
Be grateful
And
for,
that's what you should be writing in your journal when you're
yeah,
grateful for, your three to
yeah,
five
yeah.
things or
It's so funny you say that because one of the things on prosperity a couple of weeks or almost a
Mhm.
month now that we were at, I drilled down to one of my statements that actually says, I'm grateful for everything I have already and the continued work to make a difference in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
just, it's kind of like I guess I did wrap my head around the
See,
fact that
you've already got it.
I did. Yeah. Golly,
No,
heck.
you wrap this part around it, you just got to
Yeah.
get this out of the way.
There you go. That's right. That's
And it's
right.
hard to
Right.
you mentioned it earlier when we were talking before. It's hard this time of year because we're talking holiday cards. We're talking, send you cards for next year. But it's more the holiday cards, they've got that spirit behind it.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, you want to show, most of them show off your family, but
Mm-hmm.
you're sending that out to people that you care about.
Mm-hmm.
Because so it is. It's just, when somebody says, "What do you do?" I help people with gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
What? Think of the questions you're going to get. How do you do that? What do you mean? So think of those questions you'll get versus I help businesses with cards and gifts stay in front of their clients.
Mm-hmm.
It's just got a totally different feel.
Yeah. So
So
what'd you say a minute ago? So somebody, you're telling somebody what you do. What's the best line you can come back with? What's some good lines that you can come back with when you tell them, hey,
I
I
usually
should
tell
have
people
gratitude.
I'm with the gratitude movement. I help people, I show people how to share gratitude with friends, clients, family.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
And then just talk about, and some most people get it. That if you're grateful to something, whatever that something is,
Mm-hmm.
it usually multiplies. So
Mm-hmm.
if you're grateful to your clients on a regular basis,
Mm-hmm.
then in turn they'll probably do more business with you.
Right.
If you're grateful with your friends, it's probably better relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Same with,
Mm-hmm.
same with family and loved ones. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
which should be the same thing, family, loved ones. Well, maybe depending on.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah.
I, I go back to, I have a HOA attorney that probably in my BNI group is the more she used now. I'm not sitting in her conference room anymore. Once a quarter, she uses our gratitude experts, and she sent a Halloween card out. And she said by Monday, everybody got it. And by Monday at noon, I'd made more than the money I spent on sending them out.
Hmm.
She never, and it clicked for me because when somebody says, who's a great referral source? And I usually say, if you've got clients that it's a long sales process or, they don't need you for a while, but she has 70 or 80 HOAs. She doesn't she does not take on any more business.
Hmm. Hmm.
She only deals with her current HOAs. But she
Hmm.
sends cards once a quarter and she goes, "Damn it, I got more business. I'm sorry." You know, so it's even if somebody's got 50 clients or 80 clients, to send a card quarterly, you're going to make an impact. And she sends gifts. I mean, I think she spent $1,500 on her clients when she did the Halloween card. 'Cause she sent the Halloween card and the gifts with it. And she's doing a New Year's card. But she did. She goes, every time I get the calls, the thank yous, the texts, and oh, by the way, can you help us with this? So it just keeps, even
Hmm.
though she's probably in front of them a lot, it's just that extra little gratitude, appreciation. That's what she sends. She doesn't try to get business. She just
Hmm.
tells them how much she appreciates them.
Yeah, yeah, it's interesting. I had a client that I had been reaching out to that, and she's with Aflac,
Okay.
and every year she had sent cards out to clients,
Hmm.
over the years.
Gratitude out to clients.
Gratitude, yeah, yeah, of course.
That's hard.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it is. And she recently was promoted up to the corporate side.
Okay.
Okay. And she had said to me, she says, yeah, it's really great. I like the idea that I'm not on commission. I love the way the pay is working. She says the only downside is I've lost all my people I built relationships with. And I said to her, I messaged her back. I said, are you always grateful for those folks? Yes, absolutely. Well, then what is wrong with
Send
met?
it 3 or 4 cards a year.
Yeah, send them the 4 cards a year just to
Yeah.
stay in touch because you built those relationships. And her answer back was, well, I don't want to confuse them since I had to turn them over to somebody else and everything. I said, well, I can understand your thought process on that. However, you're no longer Kim with Aflac, you're Kim.
Right.
You're a friend now. You're Kim, and that makes a difference,
Yep.
kind of thing. So anyway, that's a great point.
And whoever you pass them on to will be greatly appreciative.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, exactly, exactly. So anyways, I thought that would, it's just kind of like you're no longer Kim.
Or it'll work the opposite. Well, Kim sent me cards. I haven't gotten a card from you. Well, you need to talk to Joy.
Yeah, 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 exactly. So anyway, so yeah, it is. It's about, and we're all wrapping our heads around this,
So
and
speak the gratitude language, gratitude
yeah,
movement. That's,
speak.
that resonates with people. It resonates with the right people. And
Hmm.
I think it gets it gets people through that funnel even quicker. If you're
Hmm.
talking gratitude and gratitude movement and somebody's asking questions and, oh, I love that, boom, it's a quicker funnel than cards and gifts and here's why we do it and here's what you
Right.
do. So if I and that just clicked with me. We're going to find the right people quicker
Hmm.
if you're talking gratitude movement. And here would be my challenge is, keep, get in that mode. Do a video if you're comfortable. What does the gratitude movement mean to you? Because I'm going to do one that just like we do, I'm just going to do one that says, we don't do cards and gifts. We do gratitude. Yes, the vehicle is cards and gifts, but the message, the connections, the relationships, it's all about gratitude, kindness, and appreciation. So if we all get out there and start talking that way, if you're comfortable doing a video, do a video. If
Hmm.
not, do a little paragraph.
Hmm.
If
Hmm.
not, put in ChatGPT to write the paragraph for you.
How do you introduce yourself in your BNI chapter when it comes time
I'm
for you?
Sean with the gratitude movement.
Okay, I'm Sean
I've
with
dropped
gratitude movement.
promptings.
Okay.
I sometimes promptings to gratitude movement. And here's the funny thing. I had our website designer come say, if you say the gratitude movement, and I could tell where he was going. kind of hokey, you know, that I'm like, that's my clients. That's our that's who we are.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would love to have a roofing company do, 10,000 cards 4 times a year,
Mm-hmm.
but I want them to do it for the right reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm saying the gratitude movement and somebody resonates with that, then that's again, that's going to push people through that funnel even quicker. We're not trying to have to explain what we do. Yeah, we do cards and gifts, but can I put my logo on the inside or the front of the card? If you talk gratitude movement first, those questions probably aren't going to come up.
Mm-hmm.
You're sending cards to be kind, to appreciate them, to be grateful. So I just think it'll push people quicker through that funnel if we're talking that language, and we have that, and we're having that energy.
Yeah.
I'm like, I
And
appreciate the
yeah.
comment, and we just kind of talk through it. I'm like, but Sean, that's my client. That's who resonates with us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And another thing too is I mean, I always say I'm Joy, I'm your gratitude consultant with promptings is the way I always kind of word mine, but I might be changing mine a little, but I always get gratitude in there, and I always end it with gratitude is everything. But if somebody says to me, what's your profession? You know, I've gotten to where I say I'm in appreciation marketing. I'm not even saying relationship marketing
Right.
anymore. Just totally appreciation marketing profession, you
You're a
know.
gratitude movement expert.
Yeah. But see, that's
Because
that's
once you add that marketing, then it kind of takes away, I think,
I
from
know.
whatever we
Yeah.
put in front of it.
Yeah.
That it's just in my opinion, but yeah, I mean, whatever you guys are comfortable with introducing you. But I am Sean with the gratitude movement. It's pretty much my quick
Mm.
intro. Now we only have 25 seconds, so I can't go.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm with Promptings the Gratitude Movement. Formally send out cards, and we.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you can't do all
But
that.
I like the gratitude movement because it just gets people, and especially when you're with a newbie. What do you do?
Hmm.
And that's why I like to meet with newbies, and I usually say that's why I want to show you what we do. That way
Hmm.
you can understand it versus I'm a roofer or I'm the gym owner. But people have
Right. Right.
so ours is a
Do
little
you ever say promptings in there? I'm the gratitude
every
too.
once in a while, but and on the buzz on our sheet it says promptings, but I'll either say I'm with promptings in the gratitude movement or I'm with the gratitude movement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I've been very conscientious to make sure I do get promptings out there to get people used to promptings versus send out cards.
I don't use send out cards, which was
Mhm.
hard for me because that's where, we came from. Why are we
Right.
getting rid of that? That's where I don't use, you know, that anymore.
No, I don't say send out
Yeah.
cards at all anymore. I just usually do the promptings though.
Yep.
So, okay.
All
Great
righty.
stuff. Thank
Yep.
you for sharing, Sean.
Yep. You too.
Sharon,
And
Sean.
congrats
Share,
on your office.
Sean.
Sharon, Sean. Surely you
Love
can't
it.
be serious. I am serious. But don't call me Shirley.
We'll see you,
All
everybody.
right.
Have a
Have a
great
great
weekend.
weekend.
See you next week.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
World Kindness Day. Do something today.
Send them out.